if you weren't boxing, what would you be doing?
I would be in full-time ministry for the church.
Whoa, oh, ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, oh, oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Boxing VIP podcast. I'm here with Priscilla, Arguello, and Blazen Rocili, the Filipino giant, 6'3".
Blazen, the Filipino giant. Are you 6'3" or how tall are you?
6'3", and a half. So let's just round it up to 6'4" with the boxing shoes on.
We're going to go with
Yeah.
6'4".
Yeah.
I say I'm 5 feet, even though I'm actually 4'11" and a half. We're going to go with
4'11 and a half.
6'4".
You're 4'11 and a half.
4'11" and a half. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. Blazen, how are you? Tell us a little bit more about
I'm
yourself.
good. My name is Blazen Rocili, the Filipino giant. I'm 100% Filipino. I grew up in Hawaii. My family members were immigrants that came to Hawaii for a better life. And now I'm up here chasing my boxing dreams.
From Hawaii? You moved to
Yes.
Vegas from Hawaii?
Yes.
How long ago?
About 5 years now, yeah.
How do you leave such a beautiful place like Hawaii and end up here? How did that happen?
Definitely a lot of sacrifice. I really wanted to make myself something in this career. I had to sit down with my parents, my mom and my dad. And I was like, I really want to pursue this. I don't want to just do this for fun. I want to do it professionally. And we made it happen. My mom and dad put all the stops and made all the necessary sacrifices, saved the money, got the house, and I'm here now.
They moved here as well,
yes,
your
yes,
parents?
they followed me, yes.
How do you convince your parents at 18, so 5 years ago? You're 23,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
At 18, how do you convince them that this sport is not just for fun, that it's not just a hobby, that this is serious?
Well, my parents, I've always been in the gym. They see my dedication, my discipline in the sport. And they saw my heart in it and just the sacrifices I had to make for myself. I mean, it wasn't so much the financial part, but it was just the time I had. I didn't have your typical high school lifestyle. I was always in the gym. I had to go an extra to school because I was like, you gotta give me a few more days. I got a tournament coming up. So yeah, it's just the lifestyle that I've already chosen and that I've already cultivated during the early stages of my life. So I think they saw my hard work ethic and my heart in it, and it was they believed in me, and that meant a lot.
Wow.
So you don't just end up going to Hawaii, right? Or excuse me, to Vegas without a plan, right? So, I mean, how did you end up here? You got connections here, obviously, right?
Yes. So I trained over here at Pound for Pound Boxing with Coach Rich Barrientos, best coach over here in Las Vegas, best gym in general. We got connected with him. We see him at nationals time to time, and my dad, Rich was my coach at the time, would chop it up with Coach Rich, and he would be like, well, Coach Rich just told me that he would accept me over here with open arms, see where it goes. you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Rich knows. You know, if
Yeah.
you're going to be successful in this sport, you got to be in Vegas.
Yes.
Right. How do you leave Hawaii for Vegas? That's what it is. If you want to be successful in sport, right? You want to be a stockbroker, you got to be in New York. You want to be an actor, right? You got to be in Hollywood. If you want to be a professional fighter and really want to take it to the next level, you have to be here in Vegas.
100%.
The boxing capital of the world, absolutely. So Blazen, tell me a little bit more about, you mentioned Rich is your coach now, right? Your
Yes,
trainer.
yes.
What's your relationship with
For me, Coach Rich is like a father figure to me, for sure. He looks out for me like one of his own sons. Occasionally he'll invite me over to his house and we'll eat. When I'm not cutting weight, we'll eat, yeah. And then we'll watch fights, and it's just he always looks out for my best interests. That's the best thing a coach could do, because there's a lot of coaches and managers, promoters. There's a lot of two-faced people in this game, and it just feels nice to be surrounded with good people.
Sounds like the chemistry's good. Great
Yeah.
chemistry.
Yes.
Awesome. You mentioned when you're cutting weight. Where are you at right now? Are you cutting weight? Are we good? What are we doing?
Oh, I'm holding my weight. We have some days lined up, but I stay within striking distance for sure.
Okay.
Always sharp.
So in my world, we don't ask women what our
Yeah.
weight is. May I ask? Is it okay? Is that an okay question to ask? What weight?
Yeah.
What weight are you at right now?
I walk around to 175 to 180.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what division do you
I
normally?
fight at 160, so it'll be middleweight.
Okay.
But quick little fun fact is I debuted at 147, walking around at this weight. Yeah.
But that was 4 or 5 years ago,
Yes,
right? When
yes.
you're younger, now you're growing into
He's
a
a
man.
big boy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
right.
man.
All right. So
Putting on some muscle.
So I understand you could also fight at 157. Is that something you want to continue to pursue?
Yes,
Is it hard to make that
100%.
weight?
If the opportunities present itself and it makes sense for me and my team, 147 to 160 is completely within range. It's reasonable. And like I said, how I'm surrounded with such a great team that looks out for my best interests. If take that chance and it looks like it's our best interest, we'll take it.
Yeah. Plus, dropping weight's like a tough thing. I see you walking around the gym. You know, you were in Hawaii earlier in the year.
Yes.
You got back from Hawaii and. You know, you took your shirt off, and I was like, man, what are you getting, Krispy Kreme donuts out there? What the hell's going on,
Listen,
Blazen?
it is so easy. When I went to Hawaii once, I gained 7 pounds in less than a week. 7 pounds. It takes a lot for me to gain 7 pounds. In 1 week, that's all it took.
I went back to Hawaii. I probably gained that in a day. I'll say this. So there's places that I already wanted to eat for myself that I grew up eating with in my childhood. And then I'm staying at my grandma's house, and my grandma's cooking. What am I supposed to do? Tell her no, that I'm not hungry?
You know,
No, that's
Filipino cooking,
disrespectful.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
What do I do? Tell her no? No, that's like...
What's she cooking up?
Everything from like, well, my grandma was Filipino, but she made like a lot of like beef stew and like a lot of Hawaii delicacies. So like waking up, my grandma always used to make brownies early in the morning. So my grandma's an early bird. She'd be up like at 2, 3 o'clock, starts with the brownies, and I can smell it from upstairs. I come down, and she's already
Smell
getting
it.
started on the main dish. She got the fried rice right there.
Wow.
And then she makes like this bundt cake. Like she makes like all the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and some snacks.
Wow.
Brownies for breakfast?
Before I even wake up, before I even get downstairs, I brush my teeth,
A
I
whole
wash my
buffet.
face. It's already there.
You have sweet tooth, right?
Do I what?
Have a sweet tooth?
Oh, I have a huge sweet tooth. That I could never take any kind of sport seriously. I have a huge sweet tooth. Put dessert table in front of me. There's no control.
So I saw you drop, right? I saw you drop 20, 30 pounds. I mean, you look slim in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you took off your shirt 3 weeks later. I'm just like, you know, when you're at that heavy weight and you're coming back, I saw you sparring in the gym. You look really sluggish at that bigger
Yeah,
weight.
yeah.
You know, 3 weeks later, I was like, what the hell happened, right? You know, once you slim down, you just
I just start flowing. It's a lot of
Yeah.
discipline. I mean, I gotta ask myself, how bad do I want it? What lengths am I willing to go to compete at this top tier level?
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask. So you said you're born in the Philippines.
Oh no, born in Hawaii.
In Hawaii. You were born in Hawaii. Your family is from the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay, so I hear you have a huge Filipino fan base.
Yeah.
What's that like? I heard that there was a few people that approached you at the last Pacquiao
Yes,
fight.
yes.
What's that like for you?
I can't describe how it is. I don't want to describe it as pride. Like pride in the sense of like there's just so much love in the community that I've received throughout the years, even as a kid. I'm not talking about just from my family. I mean, like if you're a Filipino, you're basically family already. You're related through our hearts, and we just have so much love. They have so much love to give to me. They're going up to me, taking pictures, and I was like, I told my manager, I said, Andrew, I need to stop and take these pictures. I know we're trying to leave, but I need to show some love.
You know, there was coming out of the press conference. I saw you coming out of the press conference with the Pacquiao Barrios, and as you were walking through, I mean, you're being humble right now because you were being mobbed.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was being mobbed. It was crazy. I was like, wow, the Filipinos just give you so much love. You know, they wouldn't let him out the door. I saw a little old lady just grabbing him by the arm. You know, one more picture, one more picture, one more picture. You know, and yeah, no, of course, you got to give the love back to to the
100%.
Filipino. They're looking for the next Filipino champion, right? That could be you. I think it is going to be you, right?
I think so too. I believe that.
It's time, man.
Yes.
It's time. I don't know what's happening with Manny, but it's time. Maybe it is time for a new one here.
Yes.
That is so awesome. Okay, so now my next question is, you mentioned that you started boxing, that you had a very different, you didn't have your typical
Yes,
average
yes.
high school experience. How do you choose boxing? How do you get into boxing?
Well, I actually started training as like a fitness thing. I was a pretty big boy. I think I was like 160 pounds, 150 to 160, third grade. Yeah, I was
In
pretty
third
big.
grade?
Yes, third grade.
Okay.
Third grade, fourth grade. Yeah, I was pretty big. I did as fitness. I was disgusted by it. I did not like any fitness or exercising. But then as I did it, I saw the results, and I've grown a healthier lifestyle because of it.
Yeah.
And I stuck it out, and I was like, okay, this is pretty fun.
You know, David Benavides, he was a fat kid, right?
Yes,
I've heard,
Yeah, he was a
yeah.
fat
I
kid.
saw pictures of that.
Are
guy.
we allowed to say that? Are we allowed to say fat kid?
Whatever, he was fat.
Do we-
Okay.
Can we say that?
He was chubby.
But yeah, I mean, when I got to 12, like 13, 14, I started competing. I still remember my first like 3 fights, all stoppages for amateurs.
At 13,
Yes,
12, 13?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
All stoppages. I would just come out the gate. It was like a minute and a half round. I would just be guns blazing.
Wow.
Ironic, because my name is Blazen.
So were you still chubby at that age, but putting it down?
I wasn't chubby, but I was like regular, you know?
He was
I was
bigger.
probably like, I think I debuted like a 125-ish, 130.
Well, in third grade, when you're young, what was your height back then when you debuted?
I didn't really sprout up until like 6th grade.
Oh, okay, got it.
So I was like around 5'10", 5'8",
Wow,
5'10".
still.
That is still super
5'10".
tall, man. That's
Yeah.
way taller than me.
Yeah, that's like 9 and 10, 12 inches taller than you.
Okay.
What are you, 4'11", 4'8"?
We're going to go with 5 feet, we said.
Yeah, by 6th grade, I was already taller than my mom, and I was slowly catching up to my dad.
Insane. That is wild. So I want to know, I've never heard of the name Blazen. That's your legal name.
Yes, it's legal name.
Where did we get that name?
For that, I don't entirely know, but
It's your real name, because
Yes, it's my
I
real
heard
name.
it was a nickname, right? Because he used to hang out with Snoop Doggy Dogg, Blazing all the time.
That's not what it means in this environment, no.
But what's funny is that so Blazen was actually my middle name first.
Okay.
But I had a different first name, which it was Arson, but it's pronounced. I know, ironic, but
Arson
it's
Blazen?
yes, Arson Blazen Rocili, but it's pronounced like our son, like I'm my parents' son. So that's how it's
our
pronounced.
son,
yeah.
that is so
Yeah.
beautiful. So you're gonna go home today. You're gonna ask mom where we got Blazen from.
Yes,
That's
yes.
your homework for the day. Okay.
What
So-
a crazy name. If you Google Blazen, like Blazen, he pops right up at the top of
Well,
the
yeah,
at the top of the search, right?
When I was looking him up, I didn't even know how to spell your name. I was like Blazen, Blazin. So that's a
Yeah.
very unique name. I definitely don't think I'm gonna hear anybody else
Mm-hmm.
with that name. I am looking at your hat. I just read it right now. Find some room in your heart for Jesus. And then I
Yes.
just noticed your shirt. It's normally the Ford logo, but it
Yes.
says Jesus. You're Jesus decked out all the way
Yes.
from head to toe, man. Tell us a little bit more about this journey. What Christianity really?
Right.
What
Christianity. yes.
Christianity? Okay, tell us a little bit more
My
about
faith
that.
has played a big role, a part of my sport here. Just growing up in life in general, I think that there's a more to a means than the temporary in this world, and I just decided to give to Jesus. I love Jesus. I love people. I go to church on Sundays, and I don't say that from like a self-righteous standpoint. I love being in the presence. I love being with God's people. This coming Monday, I'm leading a Bible study, and I sing worship, and yes, I sing worship.
What?
I do a little bit of karaoke. And,
Well, that's
of course.
given.
Yes.
That's
that's a
given.
given.
Yeah.
That's a given. Yeah. I was like, why don't I use my Filipino talents for the church? And I just love being in that environment. It also keeps me disciplined in the sport. I think when you fall into the sport, there's a lot of, there's money, there's partying.
Oh,
drinking,
absolutely.
just being in
Especially
that
here.
whole scene. And I'm not saying that that's just not my scene. I just rather be at home with my family or at Bible study with a couple of my friends. Yeah.
That is so refreshing,
Yeah.
especially at such a young age. I usually hear of people going down that path after they've partied, after they've lived, after they've made their mistakes. But you have done that at such a young age. So now I'm wondering, like, how do you plan on using boxing as a platform for that? How do
Boxing
you
as a
combine the
platform?
two? Yeah.
That's a great question. When I first got signed to Boxing VIP, I said I'm aiming to use this platform to be the light of the sport. And what I meant by that is my goal is obviously to reach the pinnacle and become a world champion, even like multi division, whatever it takes. But at the end of the day, it's to reflect the heart of God, which is to be humble and everything. You see Pacquiao. I mean, this guy's holding Bible studies during his week
I
here.
saw that.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Down
I
the-
saw
down the
that.
lobby.
The entire
Yes.
week, I saw that. That was beautiful.
That takes like devotion and like a true love, and he's inviting people, and it's open doors. It's not like some private event or some black tie event. Like, you come as you are, and then let's talk about God and let's worship our Creator.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Pacquiao event, I want to know: was that your first time at seeing him live? Was that?
Yes,
have you
yes,
seen him
that was
before,
my
knowing your
first time.
age? That was your first time,
Yes.
right?
It was a dream come true. I felt like a little kid. I
What,
went there.
what was the experience like walking? Like start from the beginning. What was the experience like just walking in and saying, "Hey, I'm going to a Pacquiao fight"? Right? I've been watching this guy
Yeah.
since I was our family, right? Gathering family, watching him since we were kids, and now you're here. You're walking in. The environment. We were sitting there ringside together, right? The environment was just crazy, and it felt like
I'm getting
Yeah.
goosebumps all over again. I was so excited to be there. That was a historic night.
Yeah,
was.
it really was. And it felt like a fight from the 90s, right? From the 2000s. It's like
Yeah.
a big fight. I don't think
Yeah.
no disrespect with Canelo and, some of these other guys, but you just don't get that big fight feel.
No,
Right? This was like a
there's
big,
history.
huge fight.
There is
Yeah.
history there. What was that like for you?
I definitely still get chicken skin. I replay the videos on my phone time to time when they do his intro, like 8-time division world champion fighting out.
Yeah,
the
that was great.
Philippines, and
Yeah.
it's just like a heartwarming feeling. 'Cause that's my hero.
Yeah, came out to Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Seeing
Right?
the flag, the
Seeing
Filipino
flags,
flag.
and then all the fans chant his name. I was like,
Yeah, that room was
Yeah.
packed with Filipinos.
Yeah, can
That's
you
for
believe
sure.
that?
Yes.
I heard a guy in the background. I don't know if you heard him saying, "If you beat him, I'll give you lumpia for the rest of
Yeah.
your life." I'm like, yeah, the
You know,
Filipinos
the
are in
other
the room
thing,
with us.
It wasn't just even the Filipino fans. It was just like everyone in general.
Boxing fans
Right?
in general.
Just boxing
yeah.
fans in general. It was
Yeah.
just crazy. I really didn't think he was going to get that type of support. It was
I did.
crazy.
Yeah.
I
It was
did. I bought
ridiculous.
my tickets during pre-sale. I absolutely knew I had to be in that room. It was historic.
I know what made it even mean more to me is that he fought on my birthday.
Yeah.
July
Oh, that
19th.
was your
Yes.
birthday. What a
Yeah.
special
Yeah.
night. What a special
So
night.
it
How
makes it more memorable.
amazing. Yeah.
I went there and me and my brother. I was like, okay, we're gonna get some merch first. So I got the bandana. I got the shirt, and I was just decked out.
So I have to ask, what did you think of that fight?
I think it was a really good fight. Mario Barrios trains here at our gym, and then Manny Pacquiao is obviously the legend I look up to.
Yeah.
But we're team pound for pound. Mario Barrios is close guy. He paves the way for guys like me. I mean, he's in our gym, a world champion.
Yeah.
Like how often?
was huge.
How often do you get to train with a world champion? He's like the older brother of the gym.
Oh,
Yes,
you
yeah,
look
he's
up
the
to
ol-
him.
Yeah, he's the older brother of the gym. No, and then Pacquiao, he looked in shape.
Yeah, he
looked
really did.
in really good shape.
He
Did
really
you get to meet him at all?
No, I didn't. There's too much people, and it was just a lot of people there.
You got to meet Joe Coy.
I was
Yes,
gonna say
right?
I did
Yes,
see
Yeah.
pictures. How did that
Yes.
happen?
We were just in the media center. It was so cool. I mean,
Just so nonchalantly. I was
Yeah.
in the media center.
Yeah, it was cool because like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get these special passes, and then everybody's waiting in line, and then I just slip through like, yeah, I'm with this guy, and then we go on through. And
I
like,
mean, you're 6'4", my
Yeah.
guy. You didn't really have to sneak your way in there. He
Yeah.
kind of saw you.
but we saw him doing a couple of interviews up there with PBC, and he reached out to us. He was like, hey, are you Filipino? I was like,
Yeah, that was awesome.
yes.
Yeah.
And then we got a little interview in, and we chopped it up a little bit, and he's just a down to earth guy. You know, sometimes when you meet celebrities, it's like, what is that saying? Don't meet your heroes. But this guy was like down to earth. He gave me a hug. He was like, yeah, keep in touch, man. I wanna follow your journey as a boxer, and you're next. And it's good.
Yeah,
It's a feel good moment when you receive that support.
It was amazing. You were doing an interview with TMZ Sports.
Yes.
And I saw Joe Coy looking over, and he was like, who's that guy, right? So that's kind of how it all worked out. But yeah, crazy. He gave you a lot of love. He was a lot taller than I expected. He was a big
He
guy.
was, yes.
Right? I just always pictured, right?
Two tall Filipinos.
No, he was.
What
He
is
was huge.
happening?
I thought
Sounds
he was like going to be a smaller guy when you see him on television, but no, he was a big guy.
Wow, yeah, I've never met him either. So you mentioned that you look up to Mario Barrios. I want to know, who is your all-time favorite fighter?
Oh, Pacquiao, hands down. I mean,
Ooh.
yeah, that's like a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching his fights as a kid, and then we'd have this. We have the party. We bring the TV outside of the garage.
It's always a party.
We bring those cheap white plastic chairs
Yeah,
that
yeah.
break the second you sit on them. We got my grandmas and my aunties in the kitchen. We got my uncles drinking or predicting the fight. Or
It's a huge event.
shadow boxing.
Well, the
And then-
Filipino, right? In the Philippines, it shuts down during a Pacquiao fight, right? Like
Yeah.
the whole country shuts down when he's
Wow.
fighting. It's crazy.
Wow.
And then in Hawaii, every time Pac-Man wins, fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks is a
No
big thing.
way.
Like, fireworks are illegal, but they don't care, man. Start sending aerials.
I
in
did
the
not
air.
know that.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, looks like we gotta do it up over here. We're not doing enough of it.
Yeah.
So Manny Pacquiao is your all-time favorite fighter. How
Yes.
about current day today?
Current day today,
Still Manny Pacquiao?
yeah,
Still Manny
Yeah.
Pacquiao.
he's still number one. I mean, as old as he gets, it's so hard to do what he's done in a way that he did it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
I feel like he hasn't really ducked anybody, and he always fought the best fights. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, he has like a couple losses in his record, but look at what he accomplished. Look at the fan base he built and the history.
So much. And what he's doing out there, he's a whole congressman.
Yes.
Wasn't it amazing how he still? I mean, he looked. I mean, yeah, the power probably wasn't there. Like,
That
for
boy,
the old
that
Pacquiao,
man's
but he was
calves
moving.
were huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huge calves. So now I want to know, if you weren't boxing, what would you be doing?
I would be in full-time ministry for the church.
Oh.
Truthfully speaking, yeah. Because I kind of am now. I mean, when I'm not boxing, I'm either juggling with like my home life.
Uh-huh.
And then if I'm not at home, I'm doing church stuff. So like we just hosted a Jeopardy night the other night, yesterday night
At church?
for the Bible study group. Yes,
For the Bible study group.
young adults ministry, and that was fun. We do events throughout the year, so we're planning things, and we just bring our ideas together, and we just see how it goes, and just be in awe of God's presence and being surrounded by God's people.
Any boxing fans in the community there at church?
Yes, there's
Yeah?
there's a bunch. So another thing is like it's good. It's like I don't see my friends or even like as fans. I don't see you guys as fans. You guys are just people. I'm just a person. We're all people here.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Super duper humble and
Is that
down
going
to
to change
earth.
when you're a superstar?
No.
All right.
We're going to hold you to it. We're going to rewatch this and we're
Yeah.
going to hold you to it.
Put it on replay.
Yeah, we're going to hold you to it, okay? I will be the first person to hold you to it.
If anything,
we'll
I'll
see.
be more humble.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's only up from here. Okay, so now there's a lot that comes with that. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I know. I know what it takes to be successful in the sport. I see it day to day. And, it's not only me in this gym that has this dream. We have other guys like Angel Barrientos, Chavez Barrientos, Eros Carrera. All guys like that. We're in here to make the dream happen.
Yeah.
And it's just a window opportunity, but we put all our eggs in the basket and we're just ready to go and capitalize every opportunity.
So now, I mean, we see you sparring in the gym.
Right.
Right. You talk about some of the other guys. The sparring here at the pound for pound is just amazing. Right. You're sparring with some of the best fighters in the world. I know you're doing some stuff with Caleb Plant. I mean, you're sparring with the best. I mean, tell us what that's like.
It's a good thing. Iron sharpens iron. Anytime somebody, even a guy at Caleb Plant's level, I have a lot to learn. That dude was doing things I was like, how do you even think of that?
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's like 3 moves ahead of me, like we were playing chess.
Yeah.
That's what it was, like a high-paced chess match.
Yeah, but we
And
saw
I'm playing
that you were holding your own. Is that,
Yeah.
but is that just because your power? I mean, you're still lacking some of that experience.
Uh-huh.
But those guys respect, right? Your left hook, right?
Yes, that's my punch. Yeah, my left hook and my body shot. But Caleb Plant, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, you're a strong boy. Yeah.
How amazing to hear that coming from him. One of my favorite things about him is he's such a huge family man. He's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
about his wife and his daughter and his now newborn baby. Tell me, is there any dating? Are you dating anybody right now?
No, not at the moment. I mean, I'm just keeping my eyes on the prize, and especially living in, as we so call it, Sin City.
Yeah.
It's hard to find like-minded people, but I'm keeping my head down and I'm trusting God.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I
So
love that.
have you dated at all since you've been here
No.
to Vegas? Wow, really?
It
So
has
at
been-
all in 5 years?
Well, yeah, 5 years, no.
Wow.
5 years.
Now that
5
is
years.
dedication.
And I'm talking about like not even just like dating, but like I haven't like pursued anything really.
Wow.
It's hard to, it's hard to date here in Vegas. Just
Well, it's
in
hard
general.
to date here in Vegas, and then I'm sure it's super hard to date also as a boxer. The type of life that you
Yeah.
live, you can't really go on dates. You can't really eat, especially
Yeah.
when you're cutting weight. I can't
And
imagine.
it's a hard thing. A lot of people don't really understand our lifestyle. It's like say if I was dating someone and I couldn't really give them time, it's
Yeah.
not because I don't like them. It's just I'm really busy and I've poured a lot out into the sport, and I just wouldn't. I need to capitalize on every opportunity I have.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially while you're young and
Yes.
this is your at your
But
peak.
it's a blessing in disguise. I mean, I can pursue this full time. I can be in ministry full time, and I can just dedicate my time to wherever I choose to be.
So in terms of, you said you're not dating. You haven't dated in the past 5 years. Is that something that, like, how do you plan on incorporating that in your life later on? down the
Incorporating,
line?
I mean, definitely a lot of prayer.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I'm completely closed off to it. It's just when I meet people, I pray a lot, and I feel like I have a gift. I see right through you. I can see your intentions, and it's just some people don't have the best intentions with me. They meet.
Wow, discernment.
Yes, discernment. Some people want to use you as a trophy, or like, oh yeah, now I'm dating like this 6'4" boxer guy who's a Christian,
Yeah.
loves Jesus. I mean, that's like green flags all across the board. And it doesn't go drinking and stays at home, family man. But it's just in time, you know, I'm still young, and I know it sounds cliche, but I am young. I just turned 23, and I just really want to focus on my boxing and my relationship with God, and just pursuing everything with Him being first.
I can tell you're going to go so far. You're extremely dedicated, extremely dedicated. You're not being distracted right now. You're very grounded, not only in your faith, but with family, the right support system, the right coach, the right trainers. You're going to go very far, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
So your last couple of fights, right? I mean, these guys run from you,
Yeah.
right? They get a taste of the power, right? Especially the body shots. These guys run from you. It was actually, you know, and it's been a bit since you've been in the ring. I know you've had some fights fall through,
Right.
primarily because you know the other team, right, had pulled out
Yes,
multiple times. Like who people don't want to get in the ring with you.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
it's hard to get you a fight. You're 8-0 right now. 6 knockouts. The 2 knockouts that you don't have, there were 2 guys that ran around the ring.
Yep.
You know, for you would have probably dropped in the first or the second round. So you got power. You have crazy power.
I do.
Right. I
yes.
mean, I mean, you mentioned that signature hook, but what is it? I mean, it's like you put on a different face. You don't. You know, it's like you're coming straight from church. When you get in that ring, like you're an animal, dude.
Yes, I am. I mean, a lot of it, I'll speak about it. It's called self-control. You know when to be a boxer, when to be. I mean, I'm Christian, Christ-like mindset always, but there's a time and a place and a season for everything. And when I'm in this gym, I'm here to work. When I'm in the ring, I don't say this with any offense, but I'm there to hurt you. Like that's. I'm there to hurt
the
you.
mission.
Break out a can of whoop ass.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you, I mean, and excuse my ignorance here, but how do you, when you do hurt someone, how do you like recover from that?
I mean, it's just I've been doing it for a while, and when I get on the ring, it's not even a personal thing. It's just this is my dream, and you're
The sport, right?
I think
It's
you're
business.
standing in my way of becoming a world champion, so I'm gonna need to move you out of the way.
Hey, do what you got to do.
So, Fundura.
That's a tall guy.
All right. So Fundura right now is what, 6'6"?
Tall, huge. He was a giant.
Like
Yeah.
6'6", right?
Yeah,
I think he's
maybe a little
6'6".
taller. When we
6'7".
saw him at the fights, that guy looked a little. He was like
A few inches, a few inches.
yeah.
He was tall. How do you think you size up against Fundura at 154?
Fundora.
People want to know that. I mean,
yes.
right?
Yes. Well, I'll say this. You know who else trains at our gym? Brian Mendoza.
Yeah.
Ah, la bala.
Yeah, you're right. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all I need to say- that's all I need to
you're
say.
sparring with Brian
Yeah.
Mendoza. That's
I
his
mean,
only knock.
yeah.
Fundura's only knockout, right?
He said that's all I have to say.
There you go.
I mean, I don't want to put my game plan out there just in case it does end up happening. I'll just ask Brian for the insight.
Got it. Hey, I think we can make that happen, hopefully.
Fundura,
Definitely.
I think you get your ass kicked.
I mean, you're the only other person that I could see that happening in
Right.
terms of height as well and power. Wow. That would be a fight I would love to see. Let's make that happen.
So how do you think you? I mean, yeah, you don't want to give away all your secrets, but
Huh.
how would you size up? Really?
I think I do very well. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's young, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
super
he's
young.
and I'm young as well. I don't like I said, me and my team here, when we have there's something about Coach Rich. Coach Rich has a blueprint for every fighter.
He really does.
He'll give you the tools. He'll like, okay, do this, this, and this. All I gotta do is listen, obey, do my job, and we get the job done. I mean, that's why I'm 8-0 now.
You saw him in the corner with Bob Santos at the with Barrios.
Yep.
In the
Yes.
corner, he works with some of the biggest fighters,
Yeah.
in the world.
very involved.
And yeah, absolutely. He's
This guy
solid.
is like probably the most dedicated coach. This guy, Coach Rich, eats, sleeps, breathes boxing, and he's a family man as
Literally,
well.
yeah.
But when he's in the gym, and he's doing his homework and he's studying opponents. We're constantly improving. We don't ever hit. I won't ever say that I'm at peak because I always have room to grow.
I love that. I think that's the great mindset to have. Absolutely. So now, just for funsies, I want to know, what is your biggest like indulgence food-wise? What would you say is your favorite food?
Okay,
He got excited there.
hold on. There's a lot. There's
You
a
got to
list.
think about it.
There's a
I have to
lot.
pull out a list. But
Okay, favorite meal.
So, I eat all you can eat sushi like all day.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
sushi.
That's my thing. I grew up in Hawaii. Raw fish is a big thing. Yeah, sushi all day. I'm not talking about just like your typical. I'm talking about like uni. I'm talking about like sea urchin.
Authentic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like all the weird stuff people don't like. I eat that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know about if I'm down to eat sea urchin. What about favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert would have to be, well, something that I did as a kid was that every time after I want to fight, I would eat cookies and cream ice cream from this place in Hawaii called, what was it called? Dave's Ice Cream. So cookies and cream after I win every fight.
The shout out to
your
Dave's Ice
tradition.
Cream. There's a shout out to Dave's Ice Cream.
Dave's Ice Cream, and then whatever cooking. You know, like I said, my grandma cooks. Now, so if you think that she made a lot when I wasn't, when there was nothing to celebrate, imagine how much she'll make
after a fight.
after I win,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she knows I don't have to cut weight. So funny thing about my grandma is we live with her, and then she would always, like when I'm cutting weight, she'd be like, "Hey Blazen, you can just have like one piece, right?"
Yeah.
You can have one piece. Like,
No, you
"Oh, I'm
can't.
sorry,
You
Grandma,
can't.
I can't."
Grandma.
After I promise, I'll eat whatever you make.
Oh, sweet pea. That is such a beautiful story.
Priscilla, what's yours? Like, what's your go-to food?
I'm going to have to go with my mom's enchiladas with
Nice.
red rice, typical Mexican food. Favorite dessert, I'm going to have to go with creme brulee. That's my favorite. What
Yeah,
about yours?
Yeah, mine too. Double Western bacon cheeseburgers with crisp cut fries from Carl's Jr.
Oh yeah, I know a little bit about that.
Okay, so now, again, a fun question. Who do you think would win at their prime? Prime Mayweather versus Prime Tyson.
Prime Tyson for sure. I mean, that guy. I think they call him like the dangerous man in the world or something at one point. If I
I'm still
remember.
scared
Yeah,
of
no
him.
doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And that guy is just, you don't ever forget how to punch hard. I would say like Mayweather, he's a good boxer, high IQ for sure, and his defense is like impeccable.
Absolutely.
But Mike Tyson is just Mike Tyson.
Even towards the end of his career, he was
Yeah.
power punching versus
Yeah, he was strong. I mean, even after like older
yeah,
in his
later
career,
in his career,
he was still good.
He was still swinging. And swinging for the fences.
You mentioned boxing IQ. I keep hearing that a lot. Well, how does one work on their boxing IQ?
Experience. I didn't have a lot of amateur fights growing up. I grew up in Hawaii. My parents would make the necessary sacrifice and all the financials, raise fundraisers, whatever it had to take to get me to these tournaments up here. And I finished ranked number 3 in the U.S., which is good coming from Hawaii, with very little.
Sparring. You don't get the same
very little
sparring out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hawaii's no Vegas. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But that boxing IQ is experience is just knowing when to do things, little tricks, just picking up on things that kind of like driving, like you can read the driver's manual, you can watch some videos,
Yeah.
but you don't really soak up the experience unless you get behind the wheel.
Right.
Just like you don't get really experience unless you get in the ring and you feel the punches and you throw the punches.
Got it. Okay. So then how do we rate a boxing IQ? How do we know that?
I think for everybody it's a little different. I mean, some guys like to watch guys who have like boxing IQ, and I do watch guys. So I'm a southpaw, so I watched this one guy. I watched a lot of Erslan De Lara, a lot of Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that dude got low to the ground.
Yeah,
Like, he would
you're
slip
right.
and roll.
Yeah, we're going way back on the YouTube videos.
Yes,
Right,
I go
Pernell
way
Whitaker?
back, and it's like all staticky. I can hear all the static in the videos. But yeah,
Wow.
I do a lot of film study, and then there's just like a different style. Styles make fights.
Yeah,
Everybody
for
has
sure.
a different style.
They really do. In fact, with the Pacquiao Barrios, that's what I mean. I think that's what happened. It just wasn't a good style for Barrios, right? It was a hard
Yeah.
style for anybody.
Yeah, different
Right.
style. What would you say your style is?
I do a little bit of everything. I mean, I would say that I'm long, so I can box, but don't be misled. I can also go inside and get the job done.
Yeah, but you know what? In your last few fights, I haven't really seen you spend time on the outside. Like you're right.
Yeah.
You go right on the inside, and it's like it's like I guess when you need to use your reach and
Yeah. There's a time and place for everything. That's where that experience comes in, the
Ah.
IQ. But the moment I smell blood, I'm going for the kill.
Okay. So now I want to ask, and it might be my last question, and it's going to be just another for funsies question. What would you say is one thing that might surprise your fans?
One thing, I mean, like as far as like out of the ring, things that I do out of the ring.
Just in general, what's something
In
that might
general.
surprise, something that we may not know about?
I sing karaoke a lot.
Come on,
Like,
that's not surprising.
okay.
You're Filipino.
but I would say I didn't get my mom got me a karaoke machine for Christmas one year. I never sung in my life. Like I was like, I know I'm Filipino, but like I can't sing. I started singing. I picked up the mic. I was okay. I'm pretty good now.
So you're good.
I mean, good enough.
No,
I'm not
you're great.
horrible.
You're downplaying it. You're great. He's probably great.
Maybe I'm being a little too humble again.
All right, Andrew, do you have any more questions for him today?
So, Blazen, what do you? I mean, how long do you think it's going to take before you really see that big fight? Right? Because
Oh.
right now you're fighting 3-4 times a year. You know, it was kind of rough in the earlier part of the year with some of the fights, you know, falling out. You're still young. You're 23, right? There's multiple promoters that have tried to sign you. You kind of veered off from signing with any promoter, you know, till you get to that position that you want to be. But what do you think? A couple years?
My
years?
goal is to be like, because I'm 20, I just turned 23, and I'm still young. I mean, whether it be next year, as early as next year, or even as early as this year, or even be 2 years from now, 3 years from now, even when I'm 30, I'm dedicated to make that happen. I'm with the right people. My timeline is not God's timeline. Let's keep it 100. I want to be world champion today.
Oh, you
I'll
are
be
ready.
world
It's going to
champion
happen
today.
way before you're 30. I'm telling you that right now.
With due time, you know, and these opportunities present itself, me and my team, we're going to do whatever's necessary to get me to that level.
Okay. I love that. You're super confident in your skills, super confident in what you bring to the table. I love that.
Blazen, what do you want to tell your Filipino fans?
I want to say thank you so much thank you so much for supporting me. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much for all you guys' support. It means so much. I carry that culture with me everywhere I go. I mean, I don't want to say a lot of, like, it's not just something I am. Like, it makes my identity. Like I'm rooted in that. And all that love that I receive from you guys, it comes from you. It comes from Hawaii. It comes from my family, my friends, my church group, my Bible study group. And it just means so much that you guys are continuing to support. And I just look forward to representing not only myself, not only my family, but the entire Philippines, because when I become world champion one day, they're going to know. And
Awesome.
we're going to see flags up. We're going to see fireworks going off.
Woohoo!
And I can just imagine. I mean, when I went to the Pacquiao fight, everyone was chanting, Manny, man. Every round, I was like, that's going to be me one day.
You ready to hear your name like that?
Yeah. That's going to be me.
Awesome.
It's
I
only
want
a
to be in
matter of
Hawaii
time.
when you fight so that I can be a part of the fireworks
Yes,
show.
yes.
So what do you want to tell the fans out in Hawaii?
Thank you guys for supporting too. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much. Don't. I'm still a local boy very much. I know that I moved up here, but it's for the better. I have Hawaiian, and I have like a local heart, and I'm not gonna forget like there's a lot of people that invested into me. I mean, I'm talking about not only my family or not even in the gym. I'm talking about like my teachers who I still, some of them I actively keep in touch with because they care. Like, hey, Blazen, when's your next fight? I want to watch it.
Wow.
Or when I went back to Hawaii, I visited some of my teachers. I met some of my old high school friends, and there's just so much love there. There's so much love in Hawaii. There's so much love in the Philippines. I'm just surrounded by love, and even in the gym, you know, from the sparring, you'd be like, oh, Blazen, you're good. I mean, you don't have a lot of experience, but you can hold your own. And I was like, yes, I can. And then so much love from my team, and just being up here and presenting with these opportunities, I'm just grateful for that.
How often do you go back to Hawaii?
So last year in December, like ending of December, early January was the first time that I went back
Okay.
after I moved up here to Vegas.
So every time you go back, you're going to be more and more famous. Just know that.
Because
Be
when
prepared.
I went back already, I wanted to keep a low profile. I didn't really want to do too much media
You're
things out there.
6'4".
So I tried to put my hat down really low, but that wasn't enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, cause I'm there to spend time with my family
Right.
and like unwind. And I love my sport. I love the boxing. I love the fans, and I love the love that I receive from them. But when I'm with my family, I just really want to be present in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to be thinking about, oh, what am I gonna train, or who do I have to meet now, or what
Right.
media. And I'm grateful for those opportunities. It's just that when I'm with my family, that's like my sacred time.
Of course. Absolutely. Aloha.
Aloha.
No, ohana. Ohana
Yes.
means family, right?
Yes.
All right. Wait. I don't think I asked. Can you surf?
I can't surf. No, I'm not the greatest. I
Okay,
did.
okay.
We do a little boogie boarding back home. Me and my brother. My brother's a lot better at it than
Surfing
me.
is so hard. I
Yeah.
think it's probably one of the hardest sports. It's extremely
Most
hard.
of the times when we went to the beach is because my dad made me run on the beach.
Okay,
more-
that's
it's more
exactly
for
what you do out
training.
there. Got it. Yeah. So do you not like the beach? Or-
No, I do.
Oh, you
I
do?
love the beach. Yeah,
Okay.
I miss the beach.
Okay.
It's a funny story. My last day in Hawaii, a jellyfish had wrapped around my neck, and I never been stung in my life. And then the night before my last day, I was like, I have a feeling I'm gonna get stung. I just kept thinking about it.
kidding me.
No way.
You're kidding me.
So me and my brother were out there on the boogie board, and we're catching a wave. And I turn around, and I was like, "What is that in the wave? It's like something clear and blue." And I was like, "Oh shoot, it's a jellyfish." So I try to turn around, and then latches around my neck.
Oh, you're kidding me.
How often does that happen?
Pretty
never heard of
often.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, pretty often. Yeah, pretty often. Yeah, my brother got stung 3 or 4 times.
People don't know,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. There
Sharks
I
too?
am,
A lot of sharks?
ignorant, just swimming.
It's a
thinking-
normal thing. Like, if it's almost as if you didn't get stung on a jellyfish, then you didn't grow up in Hawaii. Like you didn't have a
Wow,
child.
I had no idea. Good to know. I know where I'll stay out.
Yeah.
I had no clue it was that. I thought it was rare. Oh my goodness.
No, it's pretty common.
Well, speaking of injuries, if I may, actually, have you ever had any major injuries when
No.
it comes to boxing at all?
Believe it or not, no, I haven't.
Okay, good. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, awesome. So, what would you say is one of the hardest things to deal with in the world of boxing?
I want to say for me, my biggest challenge is balance. I obviously train full time, and I love my sport, and I love the gym and the career, and being surrounded in this environment with other great fighters.
Yeah.
But I also want to have balance that with my family life and my church life. You know, it's there's a lot of things that I love, and I've just learned to always pray about it. I mean, I say it often, but it's just praying is like, I don't know what to do. God help me. I mean, I don't really have the answers all the time. Even I don't have the reasons why certain things happen, but I take joy in knowing that God is still in control and He's sovereign. So yeah, that's my biggest thing, is like learning to challenge learning to balance the things that I love, being like my family life and the sport, because the sport takes up a lot of my time. I train 2-3 times a day.
Absolutely.
I wake up at 4:30. No, I wake up at 4. I get to strength and conditioning at 4:30. Do that for 6 hours.
You do
Then I
that for
come-
6 hours?
No, sorry. I do that until like 6:30. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still
I
a
do that
lot.
until
That's still
6:30,
2
yes, yes.
hours.
And then so around that time, I'll bring my mom to work, and then I'll bring my brother to work, and then I got like an hour to nap. Then I come here, and I do my sparring, and that's about 2 to 3 hours here.
Wow.
And then I drive back, pick up everybody from work, unwind a little bit, and then go on a little light run just to get some movement in.
3 times a day. You work
Yeah.
out 3 times a
Yeah,
day.
3 times a day.
About right.
That's normal.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
just
In the boxing world, it
I've
is.
just learned to adapt it as a lifestyle. I mean,
Wow.
I got what I asked for. I'm here already. There's no turning back.
Wow.
Not turning back.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Super dedicated.
100%. And it's not even like, oh, I have to do it. It's like, I want to become champion. I'm going to do what it takes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I would say if there's one piece of advice that you can give to the younger kids growing up trying to be boxers, whom they probably already look up to you, what's your one piece of advice?
I would say to be resilient. Meaning like, there's going to be a lot of things that will not go your way. I'm not even talking about only boxing. I'm talking about life in general. There's going to
Yeah.
be like a million things that you have planned, and it will not go your way. I hate to tell you this, but life is not fair. Life is not fair.
It's
I mean,
really
Yeah, I know.
You have to pivot. You have to be willing to pivot, right?
Yes.
And be prepared to make a change at any time.
And look at it from a boxing perspective. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
You got to learn
Mike
to
Tyson.
Oh,
pivot.
yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Tyson.
yeah.
Everybody has a plan.
You got to learn to pivot. I mean, when I'm fighting these guys, they probably came with a plan, but they feel my power and was like, okay, maybe you need to reevaluate.
New plan.
Yeah, new plan. And then you just to those kids watching, just keep on trying it, keep working, be consistent, be disciplined, and not only in the sport but in all aspects, and it'll just lead to a fruitful life.
Yeah, and clearly for you, it's who you hang around with too,
Yes,
right? Like
yes.
who's around you matters.
Yeah, your circle matters, and it sounds cliche, and you hear it all the time. It goes one year out the other, but your circle matters.
Oh, absolutely. They say that you are a combination of the 5 closest people to
Yeah.
you. And I think that's true. Absolutely. Your circle absolutely matters.
I mean, look at the people I hang around with here. I'm with these great fighters, and I'm destined to be great. It's like you're in the barbershop. You're bound to get a haircut sooner or later.
Yeah.
You hang around the barbershop long
yeah.
enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, my question is, for the picture that we have up there of you, you had a Bible verse on your
Yes.
shorts. I think it was 2 Corinthians,
5:7 or 17. Can't remember.
one of those two.
Yes.
Why is that important to you?
So it goes, for we walk by faith, not by sight. And it goes back to my thing about life being unfair. There's gonna be a lot of things that just don't go your way. And it's not even, sometimes it's not because of you.
Right.
It's just life. Life is just life.
Life is gonna life.
Yeah, life is
Yeah.
gonna life. So for we walk by faith. So I put my faith in God. I put my faith in Jesus that ultimately He knows the end goal. I mean, He knows the entire plan. He's the master planner.
Right.
And for we walk by faith, not by sight, not by what I can see. I walk by what God can see.
Yeah.
Like I only can see right here. I'm in the finite. God is out of time and He can see everything.
Wow.
Before I even make that choice.
Chills. Absolutely chills. Amazing, amazing, man. Seriously, talking to you is in itself like what an honor
Inspiring.
to be in
It's
the same
inspiring.
room as you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, extremely inspiring.
Thank you, and I'm grateful that we've had you on here and we have Andrew here, and it's just to receive so much love from you guys. That's all I could ask for, really.
That's amazing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you having it on the show.
I
You know,
appreciate
as
being
well.
here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about time to check out.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really do
Thank you.
appreciate it. It was awesome getting to know you a little bit more.
It was.
Yeah, Blazen Rocili, the Filipino champion, Filipino giant, 6'3", 6'4".
Road champion soon.
Mark my words, you will see him on the big screen.
100%. Thank you.
Whoa,